Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video, we are going to look at an all-in-one desktop. So this is an all-in-one desktop from Acer 2019 edition, and the model number is Acer Aspire Z24. All-in-one desktops are really awesome. You get the power of a full-fledged desktop, but you don't have a ugly tower sitting in your desk. I think all-in-one computers are perfect computers for home use, whether you want to put them in your kitchen or your home office, or the living area or the common area where everyone in the family can use these computers. Acer Aspire Z24, this looks like a traditional monitor from few years back. It's only 1.4 inches thick, and all the guts of the PC are actually behind the monitor. When you take a look at it at a casual glance, it just looks like any other 24-inch monitor. The aesthetics on this computer is really pleasing. It has this metallic silver color, which looks really nice. The stand is metallic silver, but then you have this matte black strip going along the silver side. This gives it a very polished and a really cool look, and I really like the aesthetics which Acer has delivered on this PC. I think this design is going to complement any setup. So whether you have a home office setup or whether you want to put this in a family room or a common area in your house where it will be visible to everybody who comes to your house, it's not going to stand out as a ugly sore, unlike a traditional desktop PC. So I think this is a fantastic all-in-one desktop computer. Aspire Z24 sports a nice widescreen 24-inch monitor, and this is full HD display, so you get 1920 by 1080 resolution, and the panel is really nice, good quality LED backlit LCD panel. The bezels on this monitor are very minimal, so it gives this edge to edge display look which looks really nice. So thumbs up to Acer for coming up with very elegant design. Till now you only had companies like Apple who would come out with this really cool looking all-in-one desktops. Other manufacturers, and I'm talking about companies like HP, Dell, they make all-in-one desktops, but their all-in-one, the aesthetics never looks good. It always looks like an old school PC. The screen is really bright with a viewing angle of 178 degree. So this wide viewing angle means that when you are looking at the monitor, you don't have to look at the monitor right from the front. You want the monitor to have very good viewing angle so that you can still read the text and clearly see what is on the monitor, even if you are looking at a skewed angle. But it is not all bed of roses. There is one negative. It is the lack of touch screen. So this particular model that I am talking about, this does not support touch screen. Acer does make another configuration of Z24 which comes with a touch screen, and it also has a more powerful processor and a more powerful GPU, but that one goes for about $250 to $300 more. And if you are interested, I'm actually going to throw a link to both these configurations. So the one that I'm talking about today and the more expensive one which has a touch screen. So the prices vary, but it's about $300 more expensive. So click on the link below in the description to check the exact price. Okay, let's talk about the hardware specs now. Aspire Z24, it's rocking a 9th generation Intel Core i5 processor. Specifically, this is Intel Core i5-9400T. This is a 9th generation Intel Coffee Lake processor. So this processor comes with 6 cores and 6 threads. The CPU base frequency is 1.8 GHz and the maximum turbo frequency is 3.4 GHz, which means that this processor is capable of overclocking to 3.4 GHz to meet more demanding tasks. The total thermal dissipation or the TDP is only 35 watt, and this is a really good thing. This means that this processor is going to run cool and you will not have the system overheat and you will not have the fans kick in and make a lot of noise. And you have to remember one thing, right? The guts of the PC are sitting behind the monitor. So it's not like you have a desktop tower which you can hide somewhere under your desk or somewhere away. So you want to make sure that this guy doesn't make a lot of sound. If it gets hot and if the fans start blowing, you will hear it because it's all happening right behind the monitor. So this is a very good choice of processor. Now this also comes with integrated Intel graphics, specifically Intel UHD graphics 630. It's a very powerful graphics, and you will have no trouble playing any 4K content like 4K streaming from Netflix or YouTube or even casual gameplay. You will not have any issues with that. The combination of a 6-core Intel Core i5 processor and the UHD 630 graphics, this is fantastic platform platform for everyday computing. Now let's look at the CPU mark of this processor and compare it with the top 10 common desktop CPUs. So this CPU scores 9976 average CPU mark, and this puts it smack in the middle of the top 10 common desktop CPUs which you see here. So obviously it's not going to compete with the high-end AMD Ryzen 7 or Core i7 processor, but this performance is pretty good for the intended purpose. Like I said before, any kind of casual gaming, or if you are doing streaming, or if you are surfing social media or any of that kind of work, this CPU is going to handle everything adequately. It has 6 cores, which means you can throw multiple tasks at this processor and it is going to breeze through them without any problem. So overall, I think this is a very good choice by Acer. The combination of this Core i5 processor along with the integrated graphics will give you more than adequate performance for most of the day-to-day work. Office suite, Excel, PowerPoint, Word processor, you shouldn't have any problem. Even video editing, for example, integrated UHD 630 is more than capable of doing 1080p and even 4K video editing. Remember, Intel integrated graphics, it supports Intel QuickSync, which is a hardware accelerated API. So when you use any video editing software like the Adobe Suite or the DaVinci Resolve, these software will be able to utilize the Intel integrated GPU for video encoding. Okay, now let's talk about the system RAM. This configuration which I have picked, it comes with 12 gig of RAM. Now if you are brave enough and if you are willing to open the back of this monitor, you have access to the DIMM slot. So I will throw a link in the description of the compatible DDR4 memory module which will work with this computer. So this computer also comes with a SSD which is 512 gigabyte in size. So that's a pretty good generous amount of solid state drive that Acer is providing. This makes the PC really fast and it boots in under 10 seconds. So I'm very happy with the performance that the combination of the processor, GPU, the system RAM and the SSD gives. Now if you want to upgrade the SSD, it is doable, but it's going to be a pain in the ass because opening the back of this monitor is not easy. Frankly speaking, I think the better option is to buy an external SSD. You can buy USB Type-C SSDs and you can neatly connect them and hide them and they won't even be visible. So I think that's a better way of increasing the storage. I will throw a link in the description of a compatible USB Type-C external SSD which will work with this system. So overall, I am very happy with the performance of this laptop. Like I said before, the combination of this processor along with the integrated graphics, 12 GB RAM and a really fast 512 gigabyte of SSD, it gives this a very snappy performance. If you are into social media, surfing, watching videos on YouTube, Netflix, or if you are doing productivity work like Microsoft Office or Excel, Word, PowerPoint, or even software development on various platforms, this computer is going to handle all those with ease. Casual gaming at 1080p resolution is going to work without any problem. So Fortnite, PUBG and all those kinds of games, you will be able to play them without any stutter. Something notable in this computer is the digital assistant. So what Acer has done is they have partnered with Amazon and they have added Amazon Alexa support. And so this is not a half-ass Alexa support. What they have done is they have added dedicated hardware. So near the webcam, there are 4 dedicated mics. These mics are able to pick up your command from more than 4 meters away. Okay, now let's talk about the ports and connectivity. Acer Z24, it comes with one USB Type-C port. This is the fast USB 3.2. You also get 4 USB Type-A ports, and one of these ports is the old school USB 2.0, and this one is actually situated under the monitor, and this is basically meant for a USB dongle. So if you have a wireless keyboard and mouse and you want to attach that tiny dongle, say from Logitech or something, you can put it in the USB 2.0. It's not going to be fast, so this is not meant for data transfer. Rest of the USBs are all fast USBs and they will give you, the fastest speed which the generation 3.2 supports. So I think from a port connectivity, I'm very happy. The rest of the USB ports are behind the monitor, so they don't look ugly. You also get 2 HDMI ports, and the HDMI situation is actually very interesting. So one HDMI port is the HDMI out, and you can use this to connect a second monitor. So if you want to have like a dual monitor setup, you can do that. And if you for some reason want to use this computer as a monitor, so say for example you have a laptop or you have some other desktop computer and you want to hook it up to this guy, you can connect it to the HDMI in, and then it just becomes a dumb monitor. Now something very interesting which most of the other companies like Apple don't give you, and that is the DVD drive. So yes, there is a DVD drive. There is an 8x DVD read-write, and it's nicely tucked in on the right hand side of the monitor, so you won't even see it unless you eject. I'm actually surprised that Acer was able to cram all this in a 24-inch monitor with 1.5-inch thickness, so this is pretty good. By the way, when you buy this all-in-one desktop, you will get a wireless keyboard and mouse, which are nothing extraordinary, but they do the job. Now, if you are interested in buying more fancy keyboard or mouse, you can always do that. So I will actually throw a link in the description of some cool mechanical wireless keyboards, and if you are interested, you can get those. They have RGB lighting and all that cool stuff. Okay, so here are my final thoughts. I really like the look of this all-in-one desktop from Acer. They have nailed the aesthetics. It looks very clean, and if you have wireless keyboard and mouse, then the only cable that you will have is the power supply, and you can neatly tuck it under the monitors. Basically, you will not have any clutter. You can put this anywhere in your house. You can put it in your kitchen, your common living area, or in your home office, and it will look very elegant. It is powerful enough to do most of the things that people would want to do on their desktop, and it is also very quiet. All the guts of the PC are hiding behind the monitor, so on your desk it just looks like a cool looking monitor. So I will highly recommend Acer Z24 to anybody looking for a all-in-one desktop. This is definitely better than HP and Dell offering. Like I said before, there are two offerings. There is one more expensive version which has touch support, and I can see a lot of scenarios where you would want to have a touch screen. So if you are interested in that, I have thrown a link to both the non-touch and the touch version, and you can check the price by clicking on those links. Both are available on Amazon, but the touch version is almost $250 to $300 more expensive. Remember that it's not just the touch screen that you are getting. The more expensive version actually comes with a Core i7 processor, and it comes with more system RAM, so you do get more benefit. So that's it guys, that's it for today. I hope you found this video useful. If you liked it, then please like it, and if you like seeing content like this, then please subscribe to my channel. Also check out technopandareviews.com. Here I have consolidated all the reviews that I have done on Technopanda YouTube channel, and there are some additional detailed reviews of various laptops, cameras, desktop PCs, television sets, and many other electronic gadgets. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.